So we know why we run plays in certain situations, so that's probably why.
How different does this spring feel now that you have a lot of playing experience under your belt?
It feels good. We're out there just playing fast. Like, I'm not out there thinking because I already know the whole defense. Just out there playing fast and trying to make other people better.
Specifically the corners that you guys have. Davison, even Jermaine coming in. Like, you guys already had the #1 pass defense last year. I mean, what's the ceiling like coming off of that?
We just got to make more plays in the back end. I feel like I could get more interceptions, more forced fumbles. So just ball disruptions and making more turnovers. That's our main goal.
Jordan, sorry.
Yeah, getting both of those goals. We just want to make turnovers and just get those highlights for real. So that's the main focus.
How has the dynamic changed over these 4 years between DBs and receivers? Because Knowles was talking just a couple years ago about how the receivers at one point so talented, the corners maybe so young, and he gave maybe too much credit there and wanted more competitiveness out of you guys. Have you seen that sort of flip now that you guys are veteran, talented?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. When I first came here, it was just more our secondary was so young, and then 6 they had like Chris and Garrett and stuff like that. So now just seeing it flip is kind of crazy. We came a long way just to change the whole narrative of the school.
You sort of enjoy that from a competitive standpoint, like making these young guys, the young receivers, prove themselves?
Yeah, for sure. You got to come here and prove yourself. We got some really talented young dudes out there. They're making names for themselves right now, so it's good.
Just get up. Thank you. Jordan, what specifically do you want to get better at this year? I know that team goals exist, but what do you want to get better at?
I want to just get better at just getting more interceptions. I feel like I'm capable of getting 5+ interceptions this year. I got my hands on a couple balls last year, so I feel like just getting more interceptions.
Jordan, how close were you going out for Caleb? How close were you with Caleb?
Oh yeah, we're really close. His brother went to my school. Me and his brother are probably like best friends, and I've known Caleb since he was like 6. We grew up in the same park, like we played football in the same park, so real close family friends. We're family friends for sure. I'm 2 years older than him.
Did you have discussion with him before he decided to come here?
Yeah, I had a discussion with him, so yeah.
What was your pitch?
Caleb, he's so smart, you can't even persuade him. So like, I wasn't even talking to him about recruiting. It was just, just keeping that connection, just keep on talking, because I knew at the end of the day he was going to make the right decision. So, yeah. He's a huge difference maker. He's always had those like lights on him since he was a little kid. So like, this is nothing new to him right now. So, in fall camp, he's going to show everyone that he's really like that, and make a name for himself again if people just didn't remember.
Do you think you'll play some on the outside this year? We saw you kind of line up there a little bit. Are you expanding what you're doing?
Right now, I really don't know. It's so far away from the season. I can play everywhere, so that's how they can use me at safety. They can use me at corner. They can use me at nickel. So really anywhere, I play anywhere that the coach wants me to play at.
I know last year you were seriously considering what made you decide?
Just a brotherhood, everyone was coming back, so I'm like, man, what I look like just going and leaving. But I just want to leave out of here with a national championship, and we just left so much behind. I feel like our class came in one of the best class to ever come through Ohio State, and we need to leave out of here with something. So that's why I came back.
When did you know that you were going to come back?
I kind of knew just after the bowl game I was going to come back, because just seeing everyone, and kind of before the bowl game, we all had a discussion, and we just want to come back and finish with our end goal of national championship.
Was there kind of a feeling like I had to struggle with the last days? Was there kind of a like, we've done a lot, we haven't beaten Michigan, we haven't done that's all. It's an individual decision, but it's also a group decision.
Yeah, it was a group decision. We had individual decisions, but we had to leave out of here with something, so I feel like this is the year we finally put it all together.
Was it an actual conversation, or was it a text thing?
It was both. It was both. So we had a conversation and text. Huh?
Remember where it was?
We just had a conversation.
Jordan, last year when we were talking to Coach Knowles about that split kind of with you and Sonny, I think it was maybe early in the year, maybe halfway through the year, he was still almost kind of intimating that, like, well, if you're talking about it in sort of a nickel sand way, maybe that's exposing you in a way that they didn't want to. But then having to sort of play that full time down in the second half of that last year, what did that do for you? Do you think it made you a better nickel coming into this year?
Yeah, it definitely made me a better nickel. Just learning from Sonny put me on with a lot of game and stuff like that. I really had to flip my mindset from just playing corner and then just playing nickel. But now I just want to be the best nickel in the country. So that's kind of my mindset right now. And yeah.
What is, from a mindset standpoint, what is the biggest difference between when you're playing one of those two positions?
A lot of run fits. You got to be in the run fits. You're guarding quicker receivers in that slot. So that's kind of the whole. It's two different techniques from outside and inside. So I've been really working on it. If you see, last year I got a lot more comfortable in the slot when I was kind of like the main slot when I kind of focused on it, and it just my game elevated from there. I just keep on elevating, and I'm just excited for this season.
What's the specific work you've been doing there to get better?
Just catch technique, just not giving as much ground at the line of scrimmage and stuff like that. So yeah.
What your vantage point? What's it been like to see Sonny at the second level now playing?
Oh yeah, he's a dog out there. Like you can see, there's a huge transformation with him. We can go out there and play dime. It just gives us so much versatility. I'm just happy we made the change.
I know Lorenzo's been playing some nickel with you. What kind of growth have you seen from him?
Yeah, he's growing a lot. You know, he's always in the film room. He's always going to go hard. So he's going to be a great ball player down the road.
What do you have to do when you're a very skilled corner and now you're in this situation where you're talking about run fits and that's just part of what you have to do now when you're going to play in there? Is that something you have to get used to, or how did you?
Oh no, I never really had to get used to it. You know, most people at corner they can't go play inside, but I like hitting. Like it's just something about it. So really, just that. It was just a natural transition. Mm-hmm.
It is pretty crazy, right? That when you're playing in there, you have to be physical enough to play the run, but then you have to be quick enough to play all these little quick slot receivers.
Yeah, it's crazy, but that's why I feel like it's the most fun position on the field. So add a gain a little bit more weight in this offseason to bring more power into because I got to take offensive guards and tight ends every time. So yeah, I had to gain some weight, and I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger.
And you have to gain that weight and keep your quickness.
Right.
Yeah, which is like you're constantly trying to strike that balance, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like they started mixing you in there, I think, like last summer training camp at some point, maybe even before that. But when did you feel like you were starting to fully embrace it? Like, I love this position. I want to make it.
Probably, I fully embraced it. It was like Wisconsin week. You know, I played a lot of. I was going like splitting reps and all that, but then Lathan, he got injured, and so that moved Sonny to strong safety. So I had no choice, and really it was. I'm just really happy to play that position. Like I'm thankful for it.
You forced a fumble that week, right?
Yeah, I forced a fumble. I had a lot of production that week somehow. It was like a night game. I just wanted to make plays out there. So yeah.
Jim said that you really stepped up at that point during the season once Lathan went down. You say that week is when you really had to like embrace it fully, and then how much did that game spearhead the rest of the season for you? Like give you that confidence that you can handle all that?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think that whole October, just from October till November, like that. I remember I had a really crazy stretch. Like almost every game in October, I had an interception. But I just kind of dropped one against Michigan State. But I feel like every game in October, November, that's when I excelled out of position.
Jordan, how much does a guy like Walt help prepare you for that type of switch in the middle?
Oh yeah, if I didn't have Coach Walt, like I don't know if I could make that position switch. There's just so much cerebral things you have to know at the position. So Coach Walt, he got an NFL background and he knows every single unit, D-line. So I had to learn the D-line, linebackers, because sometimes I do the same thing what Steel Chambers was doing last year, the same position. So If I didn't have Coach Wall, I don't know how.
That takes a lot of like behind the scenes work that like sometimes I assume you're like, I don't even know this because I'm not playing nickel. Like how much work goes behind the scenes with Coach Walt, watching film, talking over stuff?
Yeah, people don't see it. We in here at 6:30. Like Coach Wall, he comes to the building like 5 a.m. So I was in here at like 6:30, watch film with him. After practice, meeting, watching film, and just walkthroughs. And it wasn't easy at first, but he got on me, stayed on me a lot, held me accountable, and just I'm thankful for that. Yeah, it's gonna be good. He's a real good football player. He can hit, he can cover, so it's gonna be good having him back.
You sensing him? I mean, it's one thing to go through what you guys went through the last couple of weeks. He wasn't playing. You get a sense from him how much he missed it, how much savoring getting back on the field.
Yeah, he's gonna be a good fit for us. He played a lot of ball. Like started games his sophomore year, so it was crazy, good to have him back, and I'm just happy to have him back.
Best defenses in the last 5 years of Ohio State, 2019 and last year. And common thread seemed to be having a slot corner / safety like you yourself and Sean Wade in 2019 who kind of brought things together. Who's next?
Who's next?
Yeah.
Like for slot?
Yeah. Like the guys you've seen, who do you think's next in that role and why?
I think Miles, he's undersized, but I feel like he just brings it. Like he's got the mentality to play it, and he really love the game. He really studies hard, and I feel like he's gonna be up next for the nickel spot.
What have you seen out of Aaron Scott? And Bryce isn't doing a lot, I understand, but like what have you seen out of Aaron in these first couple weeks that they've been here?
Aaron's good. He's competing real hard. He's running to the ball. He's learning. He's getting better every single snap. He's getting better. So that's what I've seen from him.
Think about the difference in just top to bottom talent in that room in the last, from when you got here to now, and how much different that is.
It's crazy, coming in. It was just, I don't even know how to explain it, but our room is so talented right now. Like anybody can go out there, even our 2s and 3s can go out there and start anywhere else in the country. So from top down, it's super talented. We got young dudes like Aaron, Miles, and Bryce. So they're going to go out there and ball in a couple of years, and I'm excited for the future and potential.
Those guys give you any crap about you and Denzel coming back and keeping them off the field this year?
They're talking about it a little bit, but not for real. They just really want to learn from us. They're super smart kids, and they're just real eager to learn. So yeah.
Along those lines, like how much ownership as a veteran guy do you feel as to what this defense is going to look like next year after you're gone? And those second and third string guys are now at the top of the depth chart.
Yeah, it's going to be wild because right now they're going to be ready. Coach Walt stays on them. Me, Denzel, we stay on them. Dave stays on them. So they have no choice but to carry on the tradition. I feel like they're going to do it real with Miles, Bryce, and Aaron. They're going to hold up the BIA transition for sure.
Hey Jordan, is it too early to assess for you to assess the slot receivers? For you to assess the Ohio State slot receivers that you're going against?
Oh, I played them last year. I went up against them last year. They're all good. Bryson, Brandon, and Keon plays a little bit in the slot. And yeah, they're going to be real good. There's going to be, Mech too, of course, Mech. We know what Mech does. So one of the best slots in the country. So it's going to be fine. Even when Mech leaves, there's going to be no drop off.
Thank you.
Jordan, thank you very much.
Sure, appreciate you.
Have a safe break.
Thank you.
You guys.